So Gucci commissioned me to create a video for their 100-year anniversary, and I thought this would be a really cool opportunity to show you how a project is made from start to finish. If you're a musician, a dancer, an artist, or anyone interested in production in general, I think this video is going to be a really good starting point to understand the entire creative process and what goes on behind a production. To begin, we have to know what we are shooting. Basically, what is the purpose of our project? In this case, it's for the 100-year anniversary of the clothing brand Gucci, which I'm sure you know of. To mark this memorable moment, they've asked me to come up with creative ways to showcase their exclusive collection. So I brainstormed a little bit. I came up with multiple ideas that got approved with live performances, store activations. Based on their brand guidelines, I identified 5 different inspirations: Afro-funk, punk, disco, jazz, and rock and roll. But for the purpose of this video, I'm only going to talk about the short fashion film I created for them. Next step, I had to gather a team of creative people to help me bring my vision to life. So I reached out to Alexinho to help me film it, Theodore as my DOP, which stands for Director of Photography, for the ones who don't know, and Swanside for the visual effects. You'll understand what I mean. We had a couple Zoom calls to conceptualize, talk about different ideas, look for inspirations, and really figure out how we're going to make this project happen. We already have the 5 styles. Now the questions are, what do we put in the background? Where do we shoot it? And what kind of transitions do we do? Our solution was to use a green screen. Why a green screen, you may ask? Well, because it gives us the flexibility for the stage design, so we can interchange the background very easily, and we can also shoot everything in just one day. Swan and his team at Swanside guided us throughout the process, showing us how we could make it work. Funny enough, the most challenging part was how to create a disco section, because there's a lot of lights and colors. And at some point we even had to choose between renting an expensive real floor with real lights or add it in post-production. After a good chat and thinking about it all, we all agreed to simulate the floor and add extra lights to make it happen, and also to make it more coherent throughout the entire project. Because I'm also a dancer, I obviously wanted to add the dimension of different dance styles for each world. But you can't get a good dance without good music, right? So then I had to find an eclectic musician that could produce those 5 styles of music in just one video, which can be pretty hard. Let's go meet him. Walking in the 7th arrondissement, I'm going towards Leo's house in his home studio to start working on the music and listen to what he's created so far. So I'm super excited and I can't wait to start listening to it. Leo, my man.
Hello.
Et toi?
Ça va.
So this is the home studio, right?
Yes. Home studio.
Oh. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I put mine. This is us. We're in the studio.
This is the studio.
Let's get to it. Okay, so first listen.
That's the rock. First one.
Transition, that was really nice.
And listen to trumpet, crazy. Like the sound sounds real. Strings.
It has a little La La Land feel,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that.
And metal.
Turn it up, turn it up. Hey. Funky.
Oh! The strings again, like.
In order for this concept to work, I had to be very careful about my positioning and how I was going to transition from one world to the other. I had to choreograph the right move at the right time and then remember exactly my position to create the perfect transition.
There's just a lot going on.
All the dancers also had to be in sync.
You see, this is smaller.
All the dancers also have to be in sync for the concept to work at its best.
We want a big thing at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
And well, this is it, Leo, my man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
you.
This
Thank
is unbelievable. I'm super excited to start dancing to it, and we'll see what happens. All right, the music is done. Now it's time to create the choreography that goes with it. As I was listening to it, different moves came very naturally. And with the help of Victoria d'Auberville, I started to build the choreography. I also decided to hire 3 other dancers to just bring more energy to the video. Now it's time for the big day. One day to shoot all of it. Let's go. As you can see behind me, first time shooting on a green screen. We just heard the little song in the back right now. We're getting ready. Everyone is behind me right there, just getting ready. Look at this. Say hi guys, hi to the camera, hello. So we're super excited. We got the lights above. We're going to start with the first sequence of the day, which is the disco one. So we just captured the first sequence with the first shots with the cameras on the tripods. Now Alexinho is going to come with his Ronin and capture us in movement. Pretty excited, but we're kind of late, so we got to go real quick. Look number 3, we're about to shoot the punk rock section right now. Look at us. Getting ready. All these little marks are specific when you shoot on green screen, and the reason is for the VFX guy that I've hired after that. He's actually going to use this to track the entire environment because they recreated different stages and different scenes that are of each era. So we're going to be in a disco club, we're going to be in a jazz club, and all different types of areas, which is going to be really cool. And he's going to use this really so he can place maybe a big piano, maybe some curtains, like a lot of different things. And that's really the advantage when you show on green screen, is that you save time, you save money, and you can travel from one place to the other just by staying right here. It's really hot in the room, so we're just stealing away some fresh air before we have to go back and do this beautiful duo together. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 5th and last final shot of the day. I'm doing a beautiful duo with Victoria d'Auberville, my love. Victoria, can you please explain people what we are going to do right now?
So we are going to dance a duo. The first inspiration was the duo with Sid Charis and Jen Kelly. So let's dance.
Let's do it. We did it within the time frame. We're good. Now they're gonna have to clean up the entire room in 1 hour. Until now, we're going straight to editing and hopefully to get this video out as soon as possible. Peace. Well, the shoot was amazing. We had a lot of fun throughout the day, and to be honest with you, it actually went really smooth compared to previous project I did. Now Alexinho will do the edit, do a bit of coloring. He will then send it to Swanside for them to work their magic on it. The visual effects process is very tedious. It took about 3 weeks for Swanside to recreate the environments in full 3D, and another 2 to 3 weeks to compose everything on the green screen. now you probably understand why these guys get paid the big bucks. So I'm just gonna show you a little glimpse of what happens, the back and forth that goes within the team when, look, I got something. And look what just came in. That's amazing, thank you Sony. Ooh, new lenses for me to try. I've got a project coming next week, so I'm really excited to try these babies out and see what happens. But back to what I was saying, so I just want to show you a little bit of the back and forth that goes within the team. We're about a week away from showing the final results to the client, and hopefully we can post it right away as well. No matter what project you do, there's always going to be things you didn't expect. And in this case was the arrows. You know how we started on the disco background with black arrows, and then later on we switched to green ones? Well, we should have actually started only with the green arrows, because for us it was fine, but then when we gave the footage to Swan, it made his whole work a lot more tedious and a lot more annoying, because what he had to do, you know, the software was using did not recognize the green background from the black arrows. It worked to some extent, but then he really had to now work around all the dancers, cut them out to make sure we can apply the effects and add the background that we wanted. So, you know, that was one thing that I wasn't aware of. I trusted the guys, but you know, for a lot of us, it was our first time working on green screen as well. And that's just how it goes, man. You learn from your mistakes and hopefully you just move forward with it. But in the end, the good news is that, you know, from the little experience that I have now is, for some reason, it always works out. So the only advice I can really give you is just to trust the process. And now here's the final results. But before, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because there's really a lot more to come, and it really motivates me to keep creating content like this. Let me know in the comments what you've enjoyed the most and what you've learned, and if you have any questions or would like to learn more about the process, write them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching, love you guys, and hopefully I'll catch you on another video. Peace.